This week's look is about dresses and jackets. You have to get the right jacket, because what you don't want to do is have that thing where you just kill the dress by wearing a sort of officey blazer over the top. So the jacket needs to be kind of have a bit of evening about it. I got thinking about this when I was at Buckingham Palace, just had to drop that one in there, because when the fashion industry was kind of invited to meet the Queen, it was quite fascinating to see what people wore, and what a lot of people settled on when trying to find something that looked really smart but didn't look kind of showy and silly was wearing a smart dress with a jacket. And I think it's a look that's actually really useful, and it's current at the moment because everybody's got more party dresses than they need, because I think we all have this fantasy that we have a more exciting life than we really do. And over the last couple of years, you've probably bought jackets because people like me have been telling you, buy jackets, buy jackets, buy jackets all the time, because it's been such a big part of our fashion story. So put the two together and you've actually got an outfit that's much more useful for the kind of scenarios that you probably really do go out and look smart for, rather than the very, very bare kind of red carpet look, which isn't a massive part of most of our social lives. So for instance, this one that I'm wearing here, now this is a dress that is just very kind of sheer and spangly and sort of fairy on the Christmas tree sort of thing. But when you put a jacket over the top, it really changes it. It makes it look a lot more grown up. There's not a lot of bare shoulder going on, and it just kind of seems to pull the whole thing together and make it a lot more wearable. We've got some here that are quite silky or quite cropped, that kind of Spencer jacket shape where it's quite high at the back. Is good for just making it look like your jacket is part of the look. Look at Jennifer Aniston. When you see pictures of her, she always does this dress and a jacket look, and she does it really well. Well, her stylist does it really well, I don't know, but she always looks really good. So anyway, she's my jacket dress guru, funnily enough. So we've got some more combinations here. This one here, this is a Jaeger jacket, which is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's kind of very silky and just sits and flows really beautifully. We've put it over a Ted Baker dress, which really would be probably too bare to wear, too sort of naked and showgirl looking for, well, depends, but for a lot of people it would feel like that. But when you put a jacket over the top, you just get that hint of all the nice bronzy glimmeriness, but it just makes it a bit more mysterious, I think. It sort of looks like you might be about to leave, which makes me want to come and talk to you. And here we have this dress, French Connection dress, which I think is brilliant, but on its own, gorgeous, but quite full on. There's a lot of sequins going on there, and you know, sometimes you just don't feel like being the living disco ball. So if you put a jacket over the top, then it just kind of dials it down a bit and makes it a bit more of a, I mean, you could wear that to a restaurant and you wouldn't look like you just were about to jump on the tables and start dancing. This jacket's from Limited Collection by Marks & Spencer's. It's really nice, got a really nice bit of detailing around the shoulder. The other thing about this is it does tend to be quite flattering, because if you have a jacket which has a bit of shape at the shoulder, it will always make the rest of you kind of look better by comparison. Worth bearing in mind. A few more dresses here that we think could benefit from the jacket treatment. You see here, really pretty, but it's kind of a little bit boho, and I don't necessarily mean that in a good way at the moment. It just makes it just looks sort of slightly, but if you put a black jacket over the top, then it just makes the whole thing look a bit sharper. This dress is gorgeous. This is Matthew Williamson. Absolutely amazing. Weighs a ton. I mean, I can't really see why you'd want to, or how you could justify covering it up, but to justify the price tag, you could think that if you wore it with a jacket, then you know, you could wear it to just lots more events. And again here, this dress, which is lovely, really beautiful, but it's very, very naked with the slightly sort of grass skirty thing going on, and then a lot of shoulder happening there. I think makes it quite out there, whereas that could go really beautifully under the silk jacket and would look very, very elegant. This one that I'm wearing here, now this is a dress that is just very kind of sheer and spangly and sort of fairy on the Christmas tree sort of thing. But when you put a jacket over the top, it really changes it. It makes it look a lot more grown up. There's not a lot of bare shoulder going on, and it just kind of seems to pull the whole thing together and make it a lot more wearable.